What's good? What's good? It's your boy Big Truck. Conversation and reviews. Got a clip for you. We're going to get into it. We're going to have a good discussion. And then I want you to share your thoughts. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Grab your shoulder pads and your helmet. And let's get this work. Hustle and motivate.
Nobody here for that. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you, Kevin? I
Good.
just
What's your
started
pretty
watching your
skin?
show.
Look at you.
Thank you. Oh,
Okay.
that's so sweet.
So what you got for me?
Okay. So I am not really a recent college grad, but
Okay.
I did, date someone in college. I came from like a divorced family and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say my ex was definitely on the way to being a high value man and
You got to
everything.
get to the point,
But I
sweetheart.
personally Okay, sorry. So, long story short, I just don't really think that it's fair that a high value man be able to cheat.
Okay. Do you
Um,
think it's fair? Do you think it's fair that if you're walking in a dark alley or a dangerous situation, that he has to step out and take the bullet or the knife or whatever so you can live? I didn't hear you. What'd you
I
say?
don't, I don't,
I didn't hear
I don't
you. What'd you say?
necessarily.
Did you think it's fair? Do you think it's fair that he has to risk his life so you can live? That's a
I
yes or
think
no
that's
question.
loyal.
No. Do you think it's fair? Because that's what's expected.
Now, what he's saying is true. What she knows, what he's saying is true. She's trying to dance around a question. It's either yes or no.
Do you
Not
think it's
fair.
fair that a woman like the previous caller can have a husband who provides for her so well that she didn't have to work, and she can have 1, 2, 3 kids? When most women, 74% of women in this country, got to work full or part time, but she got to not have to work and raise her 3 children in any way she saw fit. Do you think she had a fair deal? Because do you think what's in the future is going to be more fair?
I mean, I think that, she still kind of sacrificed her own independent life
Mm-hmm. How
in
old are
order
you?
to be his wife.
How old are
I'm
you?
23. I'm
Got news
23.
for you, young lady. Listen and listen well. It ain't fair. The sexual marketplace ain't fair. And this whole
Okay.
independent, such and so forth, if you going down this path of equality, fairness, welcome to womanism, feminism, go ahead and get your cat, dog, and die alone.
Life ain't fair. And what's happening is you have modern feminist women thinking they can have it all, thinking that they should have it all. No, you will not have it all because you are not Elohim. Elohim gets what he wants when he wants it. Humans do not get what they want when they want it.
Fair. If you want fair, stay single.
Dang, really? Like, okay,
Well, okay, let's ask some things. Do you want to be married?
I do.
How many children would you like to have?
3 to 4.
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant with your first child?
No.
All right. What state do you live in?
California.
California. Southern or northern?
Southern.
So, Southern Cal, let me guess, LA, we already know. My hood, you already know it's pricey. This is where logic meets realistic. All of those things fall into play versus delusional, emotions, how you feel, what you think.
Southern. LA?
Yep.
Uh-huh. How much would a man need to make in Los Angeles to afford to pay for himself, and 4 children to provide a middle class or upper middle class, lower upper class lifestyle? How much would he need to make annually?
Okay, so we know that at minimum that's like 300K, but
No, wait a
I don't
minute. First of
necessarily
all,
want
what you don't
to.
know, what you need to know, wrong. That's wrong. That's absolutely wrong. That's 350,000 is here in Atlanta. In California, 6 people, you're talking about 625, 700,000. I'll be there in 2 days. I know California very well. I'm thinking about moving. Dear, I know this market very well. So what percentage of men in this country make over $500,000?
What is
Very
it?
few.
1 per 3 or 1%? Something like that.
1%.
Very few.
Okay.
So you want a 1% earning man, and you are talking to me about fair?
Well, no. So I don't necessarily have to settle down in California. I was just like,
Well, but bottom,
on,
wherever he settles down, he's going to have to pay all the bills because you don't want to have to work to pay significant ones. What percentage of the financial family load do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime?
no more than like
Okay,
25%.
ma'am, 25%. If you don't want
Yeah.
to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant with the first child, that means you will be off work one, two, three, four kids, at least 10, 12 years if you went to school, if you went back to work, even part time after your first kid was in first grade.
And this is the logic of it. This is the reality of it. This is the type of conversations that when you have this with modern feminist women, would you say modern women, they don't get. But this is the delusion that they have when they want a man to pay for everything and they want to have this soft life. They just want to be at home. But a large number of these women claiming the type of man that they want, and they are not willing to do their part as a woman. Where did they get this from? I don't know. The internet? I don't know. Housewives of Atlanta, LA, Alabama, all of these reality shows.
What high income skill are you going to have that you're going to make up a 12-year gap and be able to cover 25%? No, ma'am. You're talking closer to 5% with the way you want your family laid out. And that's the problem. You young ladies are, no disrespect intended, innumerate. You really don't understand the numbers, the math. It's all about feelings. But when I start talking math, then it makes it real. I need a man making $500,000. Well, I don't need LA. Well, you still need him to be in the top 1% of earners if you still.
Math, logic, and numbers need to all have a conversation with each other. Needs to all line up with each other. You just an individual shooting off at the mouth, getting slippery at the lips, and wonder why you missing out on your blessing.
4 kids, he's still in top 4% of earners for what you're talking about. And there's no way you're going to be off work for 10, 12, 15 years and go out and make up 25% of the household family responsibility. Not it. Not unless you, what
So
are
I
you,
just
an
have to
attorney?
accept.
No, you don't have. No, you have what you have to either. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to be honest. Yes, you have to accept that your man is an exceptional man, and if you want that kind of exceptional life, you deal with what comes along with it, or you can choose to go get a regular average guy and have him be as loyal to you as all day long. Then you work like a dog, just like he has to take care of your 2 or 3 kids, and you live with what you got. What's your degree?
A large number of women did not want to hear that harsh reality. Yeah, you're going to have to bend the rules a little bit. You're going to have to, it's not about just settling. You have to be realistic. And a large number of women are starting to receive that reality check that everything that came out of their mouth regarding a high value man or a man of good value, we'll say, it's like, we want that type of man, but that type of man doesn't want us. If you've never had that type of man, you wouldn't know what to do if that type of man walked right up to you and introduced himself to you.
You got a degree and broke.
That's true.
I know.
Hmm.
It's extremely competitive.
That's
So
true.
you're working hard. You went to school. How much college loan debt? How much student loan debt do you have?
30K.
30,000. That's gonna be so he's got to pay that.
I mean, I've been paying it down pretty well
Yeah,
myself.
you've been paying it down, but if you get married and within the next 5 years and not working to pay substantial bills after you're pregnant with the first kid, he's paying that. Plus, he's paying.
That's true. That's true. And here's that reality that a large number of women don't want to face. When you are married, those debts, he takes on those debts. And this is why a large number of men are asking questions. And they do have a right to ask questions. Do you have debt? Where are you at in your debt? What does your credit score look like? Men should be asking these questions because once we are married, your debt becomes my debt. My debt becomes your debt. And that's another thing that a large number of women don't even look at. Whatever debt that man has, guess what? You are responsible for that debt too. So what's really going on? Certain questions, they need to be asked. Certain conversations, they need to be had. Most don't.
The car, the house, everything else. Ma'am, don't you think a man who's doing all that plus paying off your consumer debt and your student loan debt with your degree and broke, it ain't like you're going to be able to come out at 35, 40 years old and get a job in the anchor chair.
Yeah, well, I'm actually in entertainment right now, so I'm not
I know
struggling
you're entertainment
myself.
because this is funny.
Okay.
The numbers are real. And this
They
is the funny
are.
okay, and what you have not overcome is the numbers.
I'm not necessarily arguing the numbers. I just don't see how I have to accept cheating if that's the direction I want to go in with a man.
Well, how about this? I keep saying exercising options. Well, how about this?
Mhm.
You tell him that up front. And then remember this, you're competing with all the other women around him. Okay?
And you don't think that a
Listen,
man
listen,
will.
listen,
Okay.
listen. You're competing with all the other women in the if we put all the other women who want him in the room, you make sure you put it in, hey, I'm not okay with this. And listen, look at all the other women and be like, I'm good with it. I'm good. For 500,000, I ain't got to work. I'll take that. As long as you're not embarrassing me, bringing home any outside kids, no diseases, not putting the family at risk. No, I'm good with it. Yeah. Because see, he gets to pick. You ladies act like you get to pick. He gets to pick. He's picking. He's the asset. He's the valuable one.
I understand when it comes to being faithful and cheating. At the end of the day, men and women both have to set their boundaries. Men and women both have to be willing to have those type of conversations. And what we're beginning to see is a large number of men setting boundaries, setting their limitations. To modern women, that pisses them off.
Like, I'm worried about sexual diseases. I'm also Christian.
Are you a virgin?
And I'm not.
Well, then
But
don't
I,
give me this shit about Christian. Don't. I'm a Christian. Don't play Christian card with me. That's the wrong card to play with me. Wrong card to play with me.
I'm glad he brought that up. How is it individuals say that they are Christian and a large number of them are so sexually active it's pathetic? The ones that are not married. Help me understand. And have children and not married. But I'm a Christian. Like I share with other individuals, it's not about religion, it's about relationship. Instead of labeling yourself, what is your spiritual relationship like?
Trying to be nice. That's the wrong card to play with me because if y'all start talking Christian, I'll go Christian. Raised in the church, baptized at 5. We can thump if you want to go Christian. Because ain't nothing you talking about Christian.
that's real. I will say that.
See, what you are is a modern woman. You want a loyal alpha male. And you know what that is? That's written in your Disney fantasies. That's written in all your Harlequin romances, but that ain't what the real world is. If that's what you need, make sure you tell guys that, and they'll deal with you. They'll date you. They'll kick it with you. They're not gonna marry you. They're gonna marry somebody who's gonna get on their program and know when to hold and when to fold. And if that's more than you can tolerate, then get a man who's less valuable.
Okay.
See, that's an option. You could always get a man who's less valuable or less desired. You can have them all to yourself. You have to go to work. Or would you rather be in a position where a man sits you down to where you can actually have nobody else's influence except you and your husband? See, y'all don't understand the trade-offs. It's a lot of goddamn talking.
Everybody want to talk, but nobody don't want to listen. Everybody want to come with the list until you sit down and listen to that individual speak. I believe that we are beginning to see a shift where a large number of men are speaking up, speaking out, setting their boundaries, their limitations. A lot of men do have preference. They're stating their preference, whatever that preference may be. Always be the best version of yourself for many people to see. Take that with you and go be great.